Hello everybody, I'm Yoshiki Gami, President of Boss. I'm talking from Japan. So today Jeff will join from California. Hi Jeff.
Hello, Yoshi. It's great to see you. Everyone, I'm Jeff, the product manager for Boss here in the United States. And of course, this is again, Talk with Boss, where we get to ask Yoshi lots of interesting questions about the history of products and the thought process behind them. Yoshi, do you want to tell everybody what today's theme is?
Yes, today we are going to have virtual museum tour. So today's Talk with Boss is the final of this year. And last year, probably we had a virtual factory tour, but today we will have virtual museum tour. And the museum is not open for public, so very limited people will get into the museum. And we took a video already, so I don't like to watch my video always. You know, my talking is very much poor and wrong grammar or something. So I always hate to watch, but today is a special day.
Yes, I think it's really great for everybody to get to see it. And I think it's really great to see you give the tour, Yoshi. And I'm sure everybody's looking forward to it. It's a rare thing to see behind the scenes and actually see our private museum that we have and get to see all the Roland and Boss historical products that are archived there. It's really unique. And I'm sure everybody will be very interested in what kind of place the museum is, and this is a really fun movie to go through and show them everything that you took in advanced video the other day. So what product or whatever, how do you think the video should start off, Yoshi?
Yeah, we should start with our icon, Boss compact pedals. So let's get started. Today I'm coming to Roland Museum. So today's Talk with Boss is virtual museum tour. So here are a lot of Roland legendary products like the synthesizer, piano, organs. But today we are going to show you guys all Boss products. Here we go. So let's start with compact pedals. We have 133 pedals now, including 11 waza pedals. The compact pedal was started with Gs3 pedals, yellow OD1, red SP1, and green PH1. So everything is started from Gs3 pedals. And we have 133. What is your first Boss pedal? In my case, HM2 is my first pedal. One day I had to play in a band, so I purchased HM2 and CS3 and maybe one more distortion pedal. These three were my first Boss pedals. And this is the latest one. FG1W. So now we have 133 pedals. By the way, before FG1W, we released the TB2W tone bender. So this tone bender is our reference, number 500 tone bender, original one. And this is TB2W. So we are showing compact pedal roll. So by the way, Jeff, what is your first pedal?
My first pedal that I actually purchased from Boss was a DD3 and also a CE1 was the other one. I got both of those pretty early on after a night I spent with a friend who had just a big crate full of all Boss pedals, which was pretty amazing. Yeah.
Yeah, that's good. Maybe at that time you guys easy to get CE1?
Yes, well, I'm not that young, right? it was close to the time that it was out.
Mm.
But yes, I had a CE1 and just loved it, and still do today. I even still play with a CE 2W. I'm so thrilled to have that in those today. We've been bringing a lot of those classic pedals forward with the Waza line, and have just loved it. It's been great. In the video, I think you said there was 133 pedals released since 1977.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And the first one was the OD1, right? Because we call those the stoplight series. The OD1, PH1, and the what was it? SP1.
SP1, yeah. So just watching all the pedals, it takes time, So we are displaying all our compact pedals on the wall, and they are setting as chronologically, and still we are updating the wall. So in the museum, usually we just display the past product, not current one. But in case of compact pedals, we are still selling DS1, SD1. We have a lot of long life products. So only compact pedals we are displaying, including current pedals. So most of the guests who visited museum, they wanted to take a photo with their first Boss pedal. So what is your first pedal, everybody? If you have some memory, please write the comment onto the YouTube comment section.
Yeah, it'd be really nice to see what everybody had out there, right? And I think in the video, didn't you mention that your first pedal was an HM2?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That was, very old day. I had to play in the band, so I purchased. And also after that, HM2, we had a lot of requests of the reproducing HM2. And that is not number of the requests. All the requests, people are very much deep and strongly wanted to have HM2. So we decided to release HM2 again as HM2W, Waza series. So we add some value as Waza craft. So our compact pedals, we are producing them over 40 years. Actually, it's 44 years. So still DS1 is available in the market. And also this year, we had a 40th year anniversary of SD1 and 30th year anniversary of MT2. So we released two celebration models.
Yeah, and those are quite unique because their colors are inverted, and they're still available, in a few stores. So you might want to pick one up as a collector's item, if not just as a cool thing. It's really nice to have. And I think probably everybody on this video, who's listening to us right now, has their own first Boss pedal story, and probably goes way back for everybody. So if you have a fun story to share, please put it in the chat box. We'd love to hear it. And of course, I want to say hi to some of our friends: Leonard, Christian, Evan, Jared, Marcin. Thanks for everybody for being here. And of course, I'm seeing lots of SD1 comments popping up, so that's really cool. What area would you like to talk about next, Yoshi?
Yeah, next would be Mulch Effects. So let's take a video. So next corner is Mulch Effects. So, famous ME series was started with ME5 in 1988. And also GT series started with GT5 in 1996. And also you can see SCC 700. And also MEX. We have a lot of not good selling product. Concept is very good, but they are too early to start to sell. So, and also here are kind of limited product. We have a old unit, but we don't have enough place to show. Every year we are producing over 20 new products, so we have not much space. How about that? So we are displaying maybe only old stuff. So I mentioned in the video, we have not much space, so we don't display all the Mulch effects, just only a part of them.
Yeah, can you imagine how big the place would have to be if we put every rack mount and every piece of floor pedal that we've ever done? But what's really nice to see there is there are a couple things that really strike me. You showed the SEC 700 and the MEX, which were really light years ahead of the market, right? Way before anybody even started on it. Nowadays, it's very common to have a switcher and a switching system or a multi-effect processor like, ES8 or MS3, which combine those things. But those were, a good 20 some years before the market started even thinking of that for the most part. So it's really cool to see.
Yeah. So they have a very much good concept, but too big, And also in old days, we are kind of like a very much technology-driven company. So sometimes we were just like a rocket scientist or something, making crazy stuff. So now still we have a ME and GT series. They are very much famous Mulch Effect name. We are keep using them over 20 years.
Yeah. And, we see those in a lot of the modern products we see, like, for example, we have the GT1000, GT1000 Core, GT100, which has been around for a few years, and even, the GT1, GT1B, and ME80, all those products continue to grow. And those lines, which started over 20 years ago, are continuing to go on for us. So, but even though they have the same name, the technology keeps growing, and it's hard to find anything that feels any better than a GT1000. It's the closest to reality out there. And for everybody at home, please look at boss.info to find out a little bit more about those multi-effects, and check them out. So Yoshi, what section do you think we should go to next in the museum?
Yeah, next would be rack mount effects and delay machine, echo machine. Here are some rack mount system. Start with micro rack, pro rack.
Yeah,
and
this should be really fun to see. Let's take a look at this video.
System. Oh, by the way, this is GP8, world's first programmable Mulch Effect, guitar Mulch Effect. This is Roland brand, but actually this designed by Boss. And also we have, this is only 1,000. I remember I designed this one. Almost, I designed this alone. We had not much engineers all the days. So my project was only myself. So this is echo, delay, reverb corner. So probably everybody loves this RE201, Space Echo, right? We've got a lot of requests to make some tape echo simulation. And we have some 301. And this is SDD 320. We released was a series and simulate this sound. This is SD3000 and SRV2000. Especially this SD3000 is totally special unit. That is given by Steve Vai. So first time I visited him and had a dinner, and he asked me, what product you designed? So I said, I designed SD3000. That was my first product. So he was so much surprised. and he talked to me about his history with SD3000. All the days, all world tour level guitarists use a huge Rackman system, and they used 2 units of SD3000 and using ping-pong delay or something. So, and also next time I visited his studio, he prepared this to give me. So he wrote his autograph on the body. So now 1 unit is here, and another unit is at Boss headquarters. Oh, by the way, this is also my design, old R880, and with a full graphic display, a controller. So there are many products that I personally had a strong feeling for. And also, Boss is always very much progressive and innovative in Mulch Effect. And also, we had a lot of challenges to providing some innovation.
Yeah, well, so, we had like the GP8, which was under the Roland brand at first, right? Which was the world's first multi-effects processor. And that came out in 1987, I believe. In addition to that, there was the ME5, which was the world's first programmable floor multi-effect unit, and which also came out in 1987. There was obviously a lot of technology like really coming to fruition at that point in time. Yoshi, do you want to tell anybody what was going on that made that happen so rapidly around that time?
Yeah, in late 80s, a lot of new digital technology is developed. And also Boss wanted to have a DSP type of product. So I moved from Roland to Boss at that time. And also GP8, that was kind of like expensive product and not easy to buy for regular poor guitarists, right? So we decided to make ME series that has some limited effect combination in the small package with cheap price. So always, innovation technology, and also that technology matched to needs in the market is very much important point of the development.
Yeah, and one of the other fun things we could see in this video was there was the RV1000 and the SDE3000, which I believe you've designed both of those, Yoshi. And they at the time, in the mid 80s, late 80s, early 90s, the SDE3000 and the RV1000 were the quintessential piece of gear for a pro touring musician. And even in the studio, they were just the thing that everybody loved and couldn't get enough of. I still have an SDE 3000, and it's one of my favorite pieces of gear to have around. Although obviously there are smaller sources for that, but I just really meld well with its capability and sound.
Yeah, so we released SD2000 first in 1981, and SD3000 was released in 1983. Yeah, and RV1000 is in 1990, which is a Boss brand, and I designed the first time as a Boss brand product. So all the product, I have a lot of memories. And also, still never change thing is we always want to stimulate a musician's creativity now and in the past. So that is our always important policy to the development of a new product.
Yeah, and I think, that's always been Boss's policy, and it's been very important. And I think, we can thank even written here, Marcin said, "I can't imagine my music journey without your pedals. It's more than equipment, it's good memories." And that's a good sign of those things having done just that. So thank you, Marcin, and obviously thank you, Yoshi, and every team for those great products. So moving forward, we've got, other people have been written some things, I love how everybody's been writing their favorite first pedals and things like that, and requests for a Waza phaser or an FZ2W. So those are lovely. But moving on, so we've talked about some multi-effects and compact pedals. Do you think maybe we could get into talking about some of the amp history as well?
Yeah, of course. We took an amplifier video, so let's take a look. This is amplifier corner. So amplifier is big, so we don't display everything. So by the way, this is JC120, very much original design model. So from 1975, we are keep producing JC120. So JC120 right now, we are boss engineer is maintain all the circuit design, because a lot of parts are discontinued. So we are always keeping same sound and keeping same quality. And also we need to keep production. So still, JC120 is available in the market. This is one of the legendary product of Roland. So today we have very famous Katana series and also acoustic singer, like a Boss brand amplifier. But in our long history of Roland and Boss, JC120 is very much important product. And also you could see JC head, big one, over the JC120. Do you guys know JC head?
I have seen the JC120 head on several occasions. I even have a friend who has 2 of the 412s that went with it. So that's pretty unique. But yeah, I mean, it's really important to note that we're extremely have a lot of audience acceptance with the Katana and Acoustic Singer series and the Next Tone series right now, and even the JC120 series. But in 1975, we came out with the JC120, and it had this distinctly identifiable, unique, crystal clean sound and this dimensional wide stereo imaging that really became a key signature to the sound of the 80s and certain guitar players throughout the years. And it was just, a great product, and it continues to be today. And we continue to make it. It's been running for a really long time. And we've even grown the line to have not only the JC120, but we also have some smaller versions of it. So, please check those out online.
Yeah, so JC120 is definitely longest life product in our history, Roland and Boss. So we introduced JC series in previous Talk with Boss. So if you want to know much more about JC series, please check our archive.
Yeah, please go to boss.info and check those out. And so we should probably move on to another area of stuff, which it's hard to believe after multi-effects, rack mounts, amps, compact pedals, there's still even more categories to talk about. Yes. What category should we do next?
Yeah, how about guitar synthesizer? So we have a lot of guitar synthesizer unit in the museum. So let's get checked. This is guitar synthesizer corner. So guitar synthesizer was started with this GR500 in 1977. By the way, I joined Roland in 1978, right after GR500. So I used to use GR500 and also JC120 in very small apartment. We were very much poor at the time. So it's just a single room, very small. But I used JC120 and GR500. So every time neighbor complained to the sound. So you can see all our history of guitar synthesizer. we have a sound module and also guitar controllers. So here are some GK Alliance guitars too. In 2021, this year, we presented this Euras Gs1 guitar. So this is totally our new concept, electronic guitar. So if you didn't try this one, please try. This gives you another expression of the music. So we have a long history of guitar synthesizer from GR500 to, Euras Gs1. We are always keep continuing to producing new guitar synthesizer.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing how many things that we've come out with over the years, and continue to grow both with physical models of processors and new technologies and different ways of doing things. Do you happen to know how many we've released so far?
Yeah, I tried to count. That's 20 units
20.
As a sound module. We have 11 unit in GR series and GP10 and 4 unit in VG series and also 4 unit in SY series. So we have a lot of variety of guitar synthesizer unit. So some are providing analog-like synth sound, and also the others provide PCM sound. We have a lot of variation. And also some are just, providing guitar modeling. And also after 2015, we released SY series that is not required special pickup, divided pickup. So, I said 20 sound module. So the other one, including accessories like divided pickups, Parabox, GKP, and also GKC cables. Also, we had a GI20 guitar MIDI interface.
Right. Yeah. It's kind of amazing the lineage of the synth products that we made, and I think it's really special that when 2015 we came out with the SY series, so that kind of made synth guitar products available to everyone, right? You no longer needed to get into a divided pickup or specialty guitar for it. And the SY series comes now in multiple versions. There's the SY1, the SY200, which we recently released, and of course the SY300, each getting more features as the numbers increase. And then of course the SY1000, which does use a divided pickup if you want to. It can also use a 1/4-inch pickup, and it has a whole bunch more things available. So it's been a pretty amazing growth, especially in the past few years, where you get all the advantages of all the older products, but new sounds that can work with just about anybody's products. And then, of course, we're all really excited to see the new GS1 Euras guitar come out, which is a Boss branded guitar. And it's got so many possibilities and sound capabilities, and it's all in it. You don't need any external hardware. So please, if you're at home, check out what's online about it right now. And they're starting to ship. So definitely, if you can, get your hands on one and try it out, because they're quite exciting.
Yeah, they are arriving to your countries right now. So if you have any interest, please try to Euras Gs1.
Yeah. So thank you for that. Yoshi, how about we take a moment and see if there's any comments that
Yeah, that's a good
I've
idea.
missed here.
Yeah.
And I just want to say, thanks everyone for commenting and sitting here with us. One question is, which effects pedal maker will Boss collaborate with next? I don't know that we have an answer for that specifically, but I think, the people that we have collaborated with so far have been really cool. Like one of the things I noticed in the video earlier when we were looking at the pedals, Yoshi, was the tone bender. I think at the museum you have tone bender number 500
Yes.
Right. So we've had a lot of fun, I bet, working with all these different companies. And it's not a common thing for us to do, but it's definitely fun when we do it. Let's see. And the one customer commenting 40 years of technology has finally caught up with his sloppy technique. I'm sure you're better than that. So thank you everyone for the comments, and keep commenting as we're talking. We love to see them, and we really appreciate you being here. Yoshi, do you, it's hard to believe that there might be more categories we can talk about, but I think we had some other products under the Boss name in past, which we could talk about. You want to go to something? What else would that be?
Yes. Moving on to rhythm machine, recorder, and sampler. Let's take a look.
Awesome.
This is a rhythm machine corner. Roland started with rhythm machine, this TR series, in 1972. And also, this is Boss Dr. Rhythm DR55. We still have DR series, but DR series started with DR55 in 1979. And we have had a lot of unique rhythm machines, and also Dr. Beat DB88. This is kind of like a standard beat machine. And also, this is world first computer rhythm, CR78. And also, still very much famous TB303 and also TR606. Roland also had a lot of legendary unique product. Also Jam Station JS5. This is digital recorder corner. So this is BR8, very intuitive recording system. So maybe a lot of guys use the BR8 and recording your first CD. And we have a lot of recorders. And also, this is SP202. This year, Roland released SP404 Mark II, but SP sampler original model was SP202, designed by Boss. So do you guys know Roland started with rhythm machine? Yeah, it's old days. Yeah, so, very early era at the Boss, we released the rhythm machine. So 1979, we released DR55, Dr. Rhythm. That is programmable rhythm machine. So after that, we keep continuing to providing some useful stuff for guitar players. Sometimes people want to have a rhythm track or accompaniment. So we release such kind of stuff a lot.
Yeah, and as we look through that whole video there, you see a lot of very unique appearances, and from what we're used to seeing in today, right? And even in the smaller products like the DR55, there were some really cool things. But it's amazing. Here we are 40 years later, we still use the DR name for a few products, like one of them, the DR01S. We call it, a rhythm partner, and it's, an awesome device that has its own speaker on it and all kinds of ways that you can do different layering of different, like real-time performances of different rhythm patterns. It's super awesome for acoustic guitar or any acoustic instrument, where you can just set it down on a piano or next to your cello, or of course with your acoustic guitar. A lot of fun. And it's interesting, even with a lot of modern technology for recording and stuff, we still see and hear of a lot of guitar players using their BRs to record. It's quite unique.
Yeah, maybe someone commented on Talk with Boss. He still uses BR8. So we are very much happy everybody is keep using our old stuff.
Yeah, it's been really cool. So the end of the virtual museum tour is approaching, but there is some other final areas we can get into. Do you want to discuss that?
Yeah, we cannot skip the vintage and rare pedals corner.
Yes.
So we are displaying very much early era of Roland and Boss, including non-commercial models, which is a celebration model. So let's take a look.
Awesome.
Here are some legendary pedals. Very early stage of Roland and Boss. We made a lot of legendary pedals. But this one is famous CE1, Boss first pedal. So they are all very mint condition. And also they're working. So we are sometimes, checking the sound and making some simulation or something. So still, people love CE1 and this stuff. So that's very much thankful for us. So here is kind of like memorial corner. So this is very much first product that used Boss name. And this is selling in the US, acoustic guitar preamp and the pickup. And also, we had a 40th year anniversary box set. As I said, we started compact pedal with these 3 pedals. So we recreate all original 3 pedals at our 40th year anniversary of compact pedal. And also we made some celebration pedals when we hit 6 million pedals sold and 8 million and 10 million pedals sold. So by the way, right now we already made over 17 million compact pedals. So we couldn't show all the pedals, but we are showing some vintage pedals, like before Boss brand, Beaver pedal, and also Boss first pedal CE1. Which Jeff loves, right? that gives some very much like a museum, right?
Yes, right. That's a nice museum piece to see. Yeah, as you mentioned, I am a big fan of the CE1, and of course, I've been for like a year now trying to get my hands on a DM1 as well, because those are just so cool. I love the look and the feel, and can't wait to try those out. And just as I'm looking for them, many people are looking for them, and they're getting harder and harder to find. But one of the most rare things on there is the B100 Preamp, the acoustic guitar preamp, which I think was the first thing to ever have the name Boss on it. And, that's super rare. And then, of course, if you ever see one of the metallic painted compact pedals that were used to celebrate, different milestones, I think you mentioned there like the 6, 8, and 10 million mark. We've sold so many pedals. It's really amazing to see.
Yeah, in the video I mentioned about a compact pedal number. Now we already sold over 17 million units of compact pedals. From 1977 with the OD1, now it's the 44th year. And all the guys supported us, and that's helped us to continue such a development. So we promise to provide much more attractive proposal to you guys.
Of course. Well, thank you, Yoshi. That's so fun. And was there any more videos that we had for anybody today, Yoshi?
Yeah, we have one additional video.
Okay.
Yeah, that is, museum is in the Roland R&D Center. So I want to introduce R&D Center facilities. So usually outside people cannot get into there. So let's take a look. So this is
Awesome,
recording
thanks.
control room. Maybe you can see kind of like all the stuff. Originally we used this huge SSL console and also Sony 3348 recorder. But now we don't use. Sometimes we use these stuff for the background of video shooting. So maybe you could see some Boss promotional video shot in here. So now a very small computer system can do everything. This is our sound reference hall. So this is designed for testing our equipment, not for music concert. So the sound design is a little bit dead. So reverb time is 0.7 seconds. This is not suitable for a music concert, but good for testing equipment. At the other day, we did a test of GT1000 final tuning. On the stage, we had a lot of legendary amplifiers, and we tried the real sound and also GT1000 simulated sound. So, testing guitar amplifier, small room, there are a lot of reflection or some bad efficiency. So we are using this kind of huge hall for testing guitar amplifier. And also this hall is very much carefully designed to control reverberation, like this slit. If we don't have a slit, this face reflects too much sound. So all the seat has such kind of special design. And also this seat is very much comfortable. Sometimes we have an international meeting here, but everybody flies in from the overseas. So they have some jet lag and getting sleep very easily. So this is an Echoic Room, very special room. So you cannot imagine what is happening. So everybody is very much surprised when they get into this room first time. Here is a huge door, and So we have this floating floor. And as you can see, all the wall has a sound damper. This is glass material, so not only side wall, top, and also bottom. You know, this room has no sound reflection. So sometimes you guys feel something strange feeling in this room. So why we need to have such a huge room? We are measuring speaker. Sometimes we measure piano. So we put the piano inside this table and measuring sound. So no reflection room is providing very accurate measurement of the sound. But sometimes, you know, engineer says this is kind of like punishment, very much uncomfortable. So realizing such a no reflection environment, we need to have such a huge wall. So this is same to 360 degree, all same sound damper. So this museum is located beside of Lake Hamana. So we have a very beautiful view from this main entrance of museum. So I would like to introduce the beautiful Lake Hamana. Please enjoy. So we are using such a facility and developing new product. So maybe an Echoic Room, it's a quite rare. So Jeff, you get into an Echoic Room?
Yes, you've taken me to the anechoic chamber a couple times, and it's really weird how everything kind of, you can hear the noise in your own head very, very quickly, right? And I think my mom had always wished that would have been my bedroom when I was growing up because I was playing my guitar too loud. But, you know, I think for...
So an Echoic Room is kind of like same to you are standing in the desert or top of mountain or something. Mm-hmm. But in the nature, you can hear something, the noise, like a window or, you know, body is right. But no sound, and you can only hear your voice, no reflection. It's a kind of like a direct sound or your body's vibration. So talking with the other guy, if you close your eyes, it sounds like Jeff is talking beside of my ears, you know.
Yes, it's very weird, and it feels like you almost have to yell because you have no volume because it's getting all absorbed. It's very unique, and you can see it for a second in that video. I don't think most people realize that an anechoic chamber it's floating. You're walking on that metal grade, so you can be like 6 feet up, so you're exactly in the middle of the room. But I think all of it shows the extent and level which, you know, Boss has gone through to set up the facilities to build great products, right? And it's like the investment early on to have those tools so that you could make those you know, great products throughout the years. And we've seen those in other videos that we've shown here where we've actually gone through and shown some of the testing facilities as well. But it's all really important to getting the sound right, and it's so cool to see. Yeah. And also that day was a very, very beautiful day. So I hope you guys enjoyed a very nice view of the Lake Hamana. Yes. Well, thank you, Yoshi. You know, I see that there's no more comments here. So it was the last talk for Boss in 2020 in 2021. And we really appreciate everybody watching them and streaming them and commenting. It's been really a fun year to see so many great things. And as always, Talk with Boss is a great avenue for us to get to interact with Yoshi and see what the team is doing behind the scenes. As you guys look below, please, comment and tell us things that you like this year, things you'd like to see for next year as we move into 2022. And of course, we always love to hear what product ideas you guys have and just what fun things you are having. Yoshi, do you want to tell anybody what the next Talk with Boss theme is?
Yeah, next theme would be Boss Fuzz web form analysis. It's good for the start of 2022. And it will be a little ahead because we have Christmas holidays and New Year holidays, but looking forward to watching the next theme. And also we are talking about a lot of themes and a lot of product in history, even in 2022.
That's great.
Yep.
So the next, well, first off, we want to wish everybody Merry Christmas and Happy New Year and Happy Holidays for everyone. And as we all have different holidays going on all over the place, so please be safe and careful. And have a good end of the year. And our next stream for Talks with Boss will be Wednesday, January 12th in the UK. That'll be at 7:30 a.m., 4:30 p.m. in Japan, and in LA, it'll be the evening of January 11th at 11:30 p.m. As always, please leave your comments, impressions, streamings, click like, click subscribe, and we will see you next time. Yoshi, thank you so much as always.
Yeah, thank you, everybody. So please enjoy your warm holidays and have a happy new year. See you soon.